Okay, welcome everybody. Let's get going. Please turn your cell phones off. And because we don't want to hear what you're talking about if you have to answer their call. Okay, I want to do a moment of silence for, of course, Ukraine. And we've had a lot of mass shootings lately. One of them in Buffalo, New York, Uvalde, Texas. And there's a recent one in Highland Park, Illinois. And you know, there's way too many of these to mention. And so let's just take 30 seconds to honor that. Okay, that's how to help for Ukraine. There's some suggested websites here. And you can Google these things. You can Google for anything for Ukraine. Our Ukrainian friends in Minneapolis. We're doing our best to help the cause in Ukraine.
These are the election results from 2020. The balloting by party, Democrats cast 19,824 votes. The NPAs cast 16 and the Republicans cast 65,000. The election results were, and if you haven't seen these numbers, that's why we're presenting them today. Trump got 62,000, Biden 29,000, with a difference of 33,240 votes. You might think that Sumter is a red county, and to some extent it is, but the big number that I want you to look at is the difference. 19,824 Democrats voted, but Joe Biden got 29,000. Where did those other 10,000 votes come from? Now, you can argue that we picked off some Republicans who didn't want to vote for Trump. That's 65 to 62. But the remaining 10,000 votes, there's only one more group for us to look at, and that's the NPAs. And if you forget the Trump voters, if you take the NPAs and compare the 10,000 votes into the 16,000 votes, you come up with a 60 to 40% ratio that the NPAs in Sumter County went 60-40 to Biden. If you throw the Republicans in 50-50. We have another group that we can reach to in order to do this, 5,000. Our goal here is to help win elections. That's what, and I'm speaking from the TVDC. Our goal is to help win elections. When we're looking at 65 to 29, it looks daunting. But if we pick up 5,000 votes here in Sumter County, and we pick up 5,000 votes in Orange, and we pick up 5,000 votes in other counties, then we have a shot at taking the not only local races, we have a shot at winning the gubernatorial and senatorial races. If I can remind you that Andrew Gilliam lost to Ron DeSantis by 33,000 votes out of 8 million cast. Right now, the latest poll that I have been made aware of publicly, I'm not having any inside information, shows one of the Democratic candidates beating DeSantis 48 to 45. This is our moment when we can go ahead and really make a difference. Rick, if I could get to the next slide. These are the numbers that we are playing with. And the only reason I put them up was so you should see that we are slicing and dicing every precinct here in the villages. The next slide. Here in Sumter County, in the villages, we have a problem. We need volunteers. Now, if you all get these emails that I always get, send me $15 to the Democratic Congressional Committee, nobody ever does that. I'm not asking for your money. I'm asking for your time. If you will give us 1 to 2 hours and come over to Chris and Barb over here and give us 1 to 2 hours of your time to text, to go ahead and send out cards, to be a poll watcher. Tell us what you want to do. And in particular, for those of you who are from the South, we need precinct captains in the South. Last comment I want to make, if you don't want to do that, you can still make a significant contribution. Number one, make sure you're registered to vote. I am registered to vote by mail. I just got a card telling me I had to do something with Sumter County. I'm told I'm still registered to vote by mail. Make sure you are registered to vote. The Senate Bill 90, the Senate Bill 90 is something that has changed the electoral rules. Afterwards, Chris and Barb and I will be sitting right over here, and we'll be happy to explain and talk these details out. Number two, talk to your neighbors. The most effective way to get a vote is if somebody knows, says, gee, I think you ought to vote Democrat. And so those asking you to do 2 very easy things. And number 3, give me an hour, give me 2 hours, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to decapitate the Republican Party, and we're going to have a Democratic governor, and we're going to get rid of DeSantis.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Before we move to our guest of honor, I've got an announcement. I love this breaking news. Just hired a field organizer for us who will be a familiar face. That's Chris Stanley. So that's gonna put a cramp in our step because Chris was doing some work for us, but we'll try to work through that. So, without further ado, I'd like you to welcome our guest of honor, Representative Anna Eskamani.
Thank you. I am so honored that I get to join y'all on this Saturday morning. I think it's an amazing presentation emphasizing the path to victory for Democrats here in Florida. And I'm always so thrilled when I get to be in the villages because folks don't know that Democrats are in the villages. So anytime I tell someone, like, I'm heading to the villages tomorrow, their eyes pop up and I'm like, you don't even know the Democratic infrastructure being built in one of the fastest growing areas in the country. And so I'm so grateful that I get to be part of that. Again, my name is Anna Eskamani, and I am proud to serve District 47, the Florida State Legislature. Thank you. Which is just an hour away from here, over in the city of Orlando, Winter Park, Belle Isle, Edgewood, and my new district will include the cities of Maitland and the town of Edenville. And so I come to you with full eyes and a clear heart, but also a heavy heart, because it's been a very tough couple of weeks, especially for women here in this country. And we're going to talk about it.